Hello, this is Alexius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts as the French. Continuing our world conquest. Got a few things arranged while I was between episodes, getting some of our ships, in particular the Espérance de Deux class, underway from Wilmington, take some of the pressure off that poor port. Not that we can look at it, but it's still severely overloaded. We have our invasion of Gambia, looking good, and Pitcairn, not so good. That is close enough. We can get those over there and ensure that invasion goes well. And I did not see anything else amongst the various tasks to be done. Alright, so many replacements. It's gotten to be an old message. No, we want to fight to the end. So much US territory to take. Oh, one of their submarines. 4 transports sank. Ugh, brutal. Trying to take on our old fleet out in the South Pacific. Port attack down south. Is that even worth fighting it out? 36. Go chase them down with the light cruisers. Kind of want to auto battle it. Not as good as I would have liked. Oh, this poor cruiser. Yet we're not going to let him get away multiple times. So we will do this one. And here we are. Skipping ahead to first sighting. The environmentals are suboptimal. But we have spotted the cruiser at a fairly healthy range. It's going to take a little bit for us to get to firing range. Yeah, we've seen this class before. Should be fairly straightforward. Fire and be done. Once we catch up. And here we are, about to open fire for the first time. AP shells at 20 kilometers. Flooding hit, which will cause us to close in faster. Right there on deck. That is a lot of flooding for one hit. So she is slowing rapidly. And now listing. I see one hit incoming. Looks forward. Well, she's getting some of the flooding under control. Next hit. Ricochet. Oh, that's going to be an unpleasant cluster. Engine damage, multiple flooding. Yep, we have found the range. Rapid flooding. Youngstown is done for. There we go, quick and simple. Oh, outstanding. Our minefields doing some work. Ooh, jeez. Heavy transport losses for everybody. Crucial states of Britain. I don't even know where that is. Sierra Leone. That I know. Chad of Chad. Yeah, improved relations. Stave that off a little bit longer. I really shouldn't. Netherlands canceled alliance with the United States due to recent events. Sweden would like to buy Arubis. No. Yeah, slowly cleaning up down here. Yeah, we're coming along. Nigeria will take a little bit longer. Nigeria shouldn't be too long. Same with Gold Coast. And Mozambique. Oh yeah, clean up Eastern Africa. That'll be nice. Interesting. Yep, not worried about Gambia. Can't see the others. We have some submarine attacks against a convoy. Ooh, did not go well for us. North Sea. England. Submarine duel. Heavy damage for them. Convoy-wise, Pensacola, Florida. Against an Idaho. Not an ideal fight, but we'll fight it out. Because that is a very big battleship. And here we are. Spotted them immediately upon entry into the battle. Did organize things, not that there was much to organize. The Masena, actually with their smaller guns, has the longer range. They're rather long-barreled. St. Louis being the forward. All forward. We can only see the battleship at this point. And she is at 29 kilometers. She started pointed at us. Here is the Behemoth. Not as many big guns as I would have expected. I may split off the Masena. I don't know what the response range for our opponent will be. We must have accidentally hit one of the transports. Yeah. Transports are real close by then. Alright, we are now within range. Senna is at 20 kilometers. St. Louis leading the way. Maybe I should spread these out some, little loose formation. Focus entirely on our big boy opponent. Any sinking should be incidental. Yes, even the cruiser, which also has some impressive range. 27 kilometers for a range. Go. A hit. Oh, she managed to hit us. The Masena of all. You really are. Well, let's not do that. I mean, high explosive are on flambe. like to see where we stand with armor piercing though. Penetrated the secondary gap. She's exposing her forward turrets. So we'll get a full broadside next. The high explosive may have been the better option. We're getting a lot of non-penetrations and ricochets now. We'll let the captains decide what to fire. Looks like they're about to lose the rear turret. What range are we at? I think we should go broadside at this point. Fading back somewhat. We have our secondaries engaged. We should be getting full broadsides from all the battleships now. Yeah, let's force some armor piercing. less than 12 kilometers. So regardless of her armoring scheme, that should be unpleasant. And her belt is not as impressive as I feared. They even have an air belt back. Yeah, we should definitely be pursuing armor piercing at this point. And we got a hit. Actually, that was second. Oh, it hit the second big gun. 14-inch hit in the after steering compartment. See how they come out. The 10-inch probably has enough hitting power. Yeah, heavy cruiser taking out the transports. Which is fine. We'll ensure that happens and then have a refocus on the battleship. In fact, why not come about? Have your main weapons focus on the Idaho, secondaries. We'll seek to flank steady pressure on the Idaho. Nice. Flooding results. Seeing minor flooding all across the Idaho. Aft belt penetration of 10 inch. Flat 4 belt penetration. Close are we? Dangerously close. And starting to catch them in the Idaho Admiral's fire. Starting to see some list. They're a little too far forward. Solid hits. Sitting at a very close range. It's tough with displacement engineers. Down to 6 kilometers. Absolutely pummeling right. And the Idaho keeps shifting around. fighting the ship, decks awash. A last shot in anger. Appropriate for such a behemoth. But we prevailed with superior gunnery. Yeah, gun accuracy was pretty good, actually. Except for the Messena. Then we have another really large convoy up by Maine. The more interesting matchup, since we're undergunned. And here we are, having just spotted the enemy transports. Weather is actually good. The enemy cruiser is right here. We've seen it before. It has its disadvantages. But with the larger guns, it is a threat to our own cruiser. Our destroyers will be tattling behind. Really plowing in and getting in close as fast as possible seems like would be our best option. We have a lot more barrels than she does. 5 times. But they're 5-inch. I'm not sure if she's using short barrels or not. Doesn't look like it. Looks plenty long to me. Looks like we have found our opportunity already. It is a light cruiser. We'll stick with armor piercing. We have the option for high explosive, even at range. I don't see her responding, so we'll stick with this. Even though we have low chance to hit, I'm more than happy to plink away with our ammunition. .2 is what we're looking for. There we go. Lucky hit. Aft belt penetration. Torpedo detonation. No rudders midships. Slow down to 37 knots. Get the most that we can out of our accuracy. That's not what I want to shoot at. I want to shoot at this one. That goes for you too. Come right slightly. You know what? We have enough gunfire on the cruiser. We'll have the destroyers take on their destroyer. That way we won't interfere with our own gun splashes. A lot of shells flying downrange. Not getting very many penetrations though. Maybe better to switch to high explosive. Considering the lack of effect, will degrade their superstructure. Light fires, wear them down, and then close in. That's our torpedo range. Looking at 11.5 kilometers. There we go. Torpedo hit. Go. Main belt penetration on a transport. Never mind. If we can, I think we will get torpedoes out. don't think we're gonna get close enough really for that. Still, we'll try to keep it close enough that we might be able to get torpedoes into the light cruiser. Astoria has a torpedo range of 10 kilometers, so we should be fine. There we go. Oh, that was another transport. I see the big numbers and I get excited. But we keep accidentally hitting the nearby transports. We're definitely going to dip within their range. We'll get some pot shots on us, and that's okay. What's their armor looking like? Really, it isn't all that good. We should be able to use AP. Oh, never mind, it's not that great. There we go. Few hits, mostly on the destroyer. Are we looking at Astoria's armor? Main deck is weak. Superstructure is weak. Otherwise, she's fine. And with that 2-inch double layered inner belt, I don't think we're going to be able to use AP. Jeffers is not doing well. Looks like she may have had an ammo explosion. Or two. To effectively use armor piercing against this target, I need to get within 5 kilometers. I'd like them to be more or less focused down before we do that. Jeffers is almost there. Now we can have everybody focus on the Astoria. Ooh, switch. Nope. HE. Alright, good. That's what I was thinking would be the best option. Seems the captain agrees now that I've given him release. Gonna come in for a sweeping attack. See if we can get torpedoes out. And since we're closing in, we're going to come up in speed. Oh, I love how responsive turbo electrics are. Rudder amidships. Torpedoes in the water. Aimed at the destroyers, I guess? Because we just swept right back into that. Oh, bad day. Destroyers are going to be independently commanded now. Just get our... Oh, we're listing too much. That was enough to take us out. That is unfortunate. That was a bad day. Lost one of our modern cruisers. Not too worried about it though. His story is done. do a harder turn. Ooh, she's turning in too. Because the torpedoes from Rapier. Yeah, this is not going to go well for them. Oh wow, she's cutting in further. Nobody's turret's keeping up. There we go, multiple floodings. Nope, we don't want to run into them. Ooh, brutal, point blank. Oh, we're gonna brush them. Nope, narrowly avoided. Flash fire on the Astoria. And she is done. We can now focus on the rest of the transports. And wrap it up. Outstanding. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but we need to be careful and for good reason. Well, no, it was torpedoes. That was me not reading the battlefield situation very well. I thought the Astoria had launched on the Fructador, not the destroyers. Alas, that happens, and that's okay. With that, I thank you for joining me. Appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.